Hey everyone, I'm Daniel Graves and we are Aesthetic Perfection, and we are here talking about our top 5 touring tips. For me, the first one would absolutely be polite and respectful to everyone that you engage with on tour, like from venue staff to fans to whatever. Like, I think nothing irks me more than watching like a band roll into a venue acting like they own the place and that everybody owes them something. I think everybody's there to do a job, and I think courtesy goes a long way, and you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar.
A big tour tip that would come from me would be, every time that I go on tour, I consider that it's really a big pain in the ass to do laundry. I see people going to do it at the most weird times. Sometimes the venues, especially in Europe, when the venues have laundry, for some reason the dryers don't have the same kind of exhaust hooked up as we do in America. So you can do a load of laundry and you have to run the dryer for 3 hours before it dries. So like a bunch of people will have wet clothes for a few days because they didn't plan it out correctly. So I just like to avoid all of that. And what I do is I keep in mind that I'm probably going to wear the same 2 or 3 t-shirts for the whole 6 to 8 weeks that I'm out, and maybe 2 or 3 pairs of pants. Always have a bathing suit with you, but what I do is I count the number of days I'm going to be away from home, and I bring exactly that many socks and underwear so that I can at least have clean socks and underwear every day. And if that's one thing that my grandma taught me when I was a kid, she would always say, you never know when you're going to die, and you should always have clean underwear on. So I always keep that in mind. Thank you, Grandma. I love you.
I think my tip here, because a lot has been mentioned, is take as little space as you can, both mentally, like deflate your ego, and physically keep your stuff in order. Don't bring more shit than you need. Keep it stowed away. Nobody likes a mess anywhere, right? Control your gear, make sure everything that you bring to the table works and is easily set up and broken down after the show. Lazerpunk. That would be my tip.
I think the second most important thing on tour is getting enough sleep. Like, these bandwagons are rickety, a little bumpy, to put it mildly. You go over a small pothole and you're flying through the air and hitting the bunk above you. It's not the most ideal sleeping situation. So it's like, I tell myself every day that I'm gonna go shoot for 10 hours of sleep if possible, because I know that only 6 or 7 of that, if I'm lucky, is gonna be good sleep. So every night before bed, I drink a cup of hot tea to try and relax. I don't need earplugs or anything like that. Sound doesn't really bother me. It's movement that's the worst. So I just try to get as comfortable as I can and enjoy the ride.
Another tip that I would have is, also because you don't get to shower every day, you want to watch out for which kind of socks that you're having sex with in your bunk, because dirty socks could actually give guys yeast infections. I don't know if you knew that. I did not know that. Until one time when I had sex with a dirty sock and I grew a film on my penis, and I actually got so freaked out and I had to go to an STD doctor, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong? Is my penis gonna fall off? And look, I'm just being honest. And she was like, oh, ha ha ha, you just have a yeast infection. I was like, wow, I didn't know that I can get that. Actually, somehow the only STD in my life I ever gotten was this yeast infection. But I gave it to myself because I had dirty feet. So always have clean socks to have sex with.
Oh my God.
Is that okay?